All right, in the last lesson, we talked about sort of fitting shapes into shapes and trying to replace this stuff in here. We have a base.html file, and home is then extending from base.html, but it's not actually doing anything other than pulling in all this stuff, and we want to be able to replace some of it. So let's talk about this notion of blocks. And so a block looks like this. It's a curly brace, %, block, and then a name, and we're going to give this a name of body. Sometimes you see the name body, sometimes you see the name content. It doesn't really matter what you name it, as long as it's consistent across your application. And then we say end block. And that's all we're going to do in our base.html. Let's close views, let's close settings, we don't need those. And in our home.html, we do the same thing. Block, body, stuff in here from home.html, end block. And look at that interesting syntax. Django templates use two forms of syntax. They use a curly brace and a %, and this basically says execute some more advanced logic. Or if we really just want to print stuff, we use what I call a double mustache. So we use two curly braces side by side and then close them with the opposite curly braces. We'll talk about those in a little bit. But for the time being, let's refresh our page and we see it says stuff in here from home.html. Let's refresh our source code. And it has all of this stuff in it now, plus our content from home.html. Now, what's nice about that is in our home.html, in our homepage, we don't have to write all this junk. All we need to do is say, hey, Django, when you render this template, grab base.html, read it for us, and then Django says, okay, yeah, I got that, I got you. I'm reading base.html, but hey, by the way, there's a block in here called body. And so if you want to, I could put some extra stuff in there for you. And we say, cool. Yeah, we actually do. We have some extra stuff.